All right, let's get right into it. We're going to tackle one of the absolute biggest hurdles for any entrepreneur out there. How do you build a business that actually gives you freedom instead of just a more stressful job? Today, we're laying out the exact blueprint to create a business that not only survives, but thrives, grows, and makes money, all without you needing to be there every single second.
So let me ask you something, and be honest. Does your day-to-day feel like you're constantly on a treadmill, just putting out fires, making every single decision? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. This is the classic owner's trap, and it's the very thing that keeps so many entrepreneurs from getting the freedom they were looking for in the first place. And, the stakes here are incredibly high. The reality is, well, it's pretty sobering. A whopping 80% of businesses fail within their first 5 years. And a huge reason for this isn't the market or a lack of money. It's because the owner builds a business that is completely and totally dependent on them. It's a structure that just can't last.
Okay, so let's really diagnose this problem. Why do so many passionate, talented founders end up getting trapped like this? Well, it all starts with a fundamental misunderstanding of what a business is actually supposed to be.
This idea comes straight from Michael Gerber's classic, The E-Myth. It's this fatal assumption that because you're amazing at the technical work, you're a great baker, a brilliant designer, an expert plumber, that you automatically know how to run a business that does that work. And those are two very, very different skills.
So inside every single business owner, you've got these three personalities basically at war with each other. You've got the entrepreneur, that's the visionary dreaming about the future. You've got the manager, who just craves order and systems. And then there's the technician, who just wants to do the work. The problem? Most owners get stuck living as the technician, the doer, day in and day out.
Haha, this phrase just captures it perfectly, doesn't it? You get this entrepreneurial seizure, this great idea. You're passionate about your craft. You start a business to do more of it, and you accidentally create a job for yourself that you can never, ever leave.
But here's the good news. There is a way out. And escaping this trap, it doesn't start with a new to-do list or working harder. No, it starts with a radical shift in how you think about your role in the company.
This is the big one, right here. You have to stop being the chief baker and start being the architect of the bakery. You see the difference? Working in the business is doing the daily tasks, packing the boxes, answering the phones. Working on it is designing the systems, the strategy, and the vision that lets all those tasks happen without you.
Let this one sink in for a second, because it is a total game changer. Your business is supposed to be a tool to help you achieve your life's goals, not the other way around. It's supposed to give you more time and fund your passions, not suck up every last bit of both.
So with that new perspective, here's your new goal. Think of your business not as a one-off shop, but as the prototype for 5,000 identical franchises. I mean, wow. That forces you to think completely differently, right? It makes you create systems so simple and so clear that they could be replicated by literally anyone, anywhere.
Okay, so we've got the mindset on lock, but how do we actually build this thing? Let's get into the practical, step-by-step blueprint. All right, pulling from the clockwork method here, the very first thing you've got to do is figure out where your time is actually going. You look at this 4D mix: doing, deciding, delegating, and designing. Most owners, they're trapped in doing. The goal is to claw your way up to designing. Then you have to identify your company's one single most important function, its queen bee role. For an airline, that might be on-time departures. Everything else in the business, every system, every decision has to be built to protect and serve that one thing.
Now, the actual building blocks of your freedom are what we call standard operating procedures, or SOPs. This is literally how you clone yourself. They're just clear, simple instructions that make sure tasks get done your way, the right way, every single time, no matter who's doing them.
And look, this does not have to be some huge, overwhelming project. Seriously, forget about writing a massive operations manual. Just start small. The very next time you do a task you do all the time, just pull out your phone, record a quick 2-minute video explaining how you do it. Boom, that's it. You just created your first SOP. And this is exactly why SOPs are so ridiculously powerful. They create happy customers because the experience is always consistent. They build confident employees who know exactly what to do. They free you up from constantly fighting fires. And maybe most importantly, they make your company way more valuable if you ever decide to sell.
So once you have your systems written down, the next piece of the puzzle is putting the right people in charge of running them. This is where you really start to scale your freedom.
I love this idea. It's so powerful.
When you build your business around fantastic systems, you don't actually need to hunt for a team of rare superstars. The system itself is the magic. The system empowers ordinary people to deliver extraordinary results, consistently.
For a lot of owners, this is it. This is the final move on the chessboard. Hiring a general manager is what truly transforms your business from something you have to actively run into a real independent asset that just works for you.
But hold on, you can't just hire someone based on their resume. You absolutely have to hire for an ownership mindset. So how do you find that? What's the one question that cuts right through all the noise?
This is it. Ask them this. This question immediately reveals if a candidate is a doer or a designer. A good candidate, a great one, will have actual ideas. They'll show you they're already thinking about the business from an owner's point of view, not just as an employee who's waiting to be told what to do.
Okay, so you've shifted your mindset, you've built your systems, you've hired a great leader, you've done all the hard work. But how do you know if it actually worked? How do you know if you've really won?
I mean, there has to be a real, tangible way to measure your success, right? A clear finish line that proves once and for all that you've escaped the owner's trap for good.
And here it is. It's that simple. Can you leave your business for 4 solid weeks? I'm talking no emails, no quick calls, no check-ins, and come back to find that it ran perfectly, maybe even grew without you? If you can do that, you've done it. You've built a true asset.
So let's just end with this one last thought. A business that needs you there every day isn't really a business at all. It's a job, and probably a very high-stress one. Building a business that runs itself, that's the difference between owning an asset and owning a job. The choice is yours. And the blueprint? It's all right here.